Bueno, continuamos con el ciclo que organiza Audition en Días de Campo, con la primera entrega de Audition Radio, esta vez con un invitado de lujo, uno de los principales artistas del line de hoy, Alec Falconer, que actúa en el escenario Jameson de 1 a 3 de la madrugada en formato back-to-back con Dr. Banana. Hoy vamos a hablar solo de música, de discos, de su maleta, de sus estilos y de momentos, un viaje por su selección personal antes de que suene en el festival. Un artista particularmente ecléctico que en una misma sesión puede pasar de Luca Garage al house o al techno. Y también es un productor con un enfoque meticuloso y muy personal. Bueno, y la charla la hará Josep Job.
Bueno, pues que nada, how are you doing, Alec? Thanks very much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, you told us already that you've been enjoying the day here in the Días de Campo in Montanejos.
Yeah, I went rafting this morning, which was good. I went up at 10 o'clock this morning and did like 3 hours rafting down the river. It was great fun.
Exactly, it's one of the things that you can do here in Días de Campo is like just enjoy the nature, to be in a small village like Montanejo is, and also just not to parties, or you get a chance to do something else, no?
You can do both.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Both for the price of one.
Exactly.
Well, Alec, we're gonna have a chat, an interview with you. And we want to speak about music, right? About the set that you're gonna do tonight, and we want to know a little bit more about that set, about your music, about your preferences, and we would like to ask you: have you prepared something special for tonight, or you are more you bring the suitcase with what vibes you lately, or you go with the flow? How do you prepare the set when you come to a festival or to Días de Campo?
So I just pack all the records in my bag in the kitchen, and sometimes when you're packing a bag, it can feel quite, you have to then get on a plane and maybe you'll travel a day before you're actually suddenly in front of a club of people and you're thinking, why did I think this was a good choice, But you're so far away from where you were when you were preparing the bag. But I really don't think you can plan anything when you're DJing because it kind of kills the exact thing that makes it good. Even when you've done something before and it feels really magic, you shouldn't try to recreate it because you can't recreate the magic, So tonight, I don't know. Me and Sandy tried to get on the phone yesterday, but we've been doing, Badum Tish and all this stuff together for a long time. This is our, 10th, 15th time playing back to back. Me and Sandy once.
But you've already done it so many times with Dr. Banana.
Yeah, we once played 9 hours back to back in Georgia, and then took a train and then went and played 13 hours back to back in another club the next
13
night.
hours.
Yeah. So I know what he's up to, and Sandy's a lot of fun to play with because he's always brings an amazing energy behind the decks. He's a very funny guy, so he's always messing around doing something stupid. And normally filling your bag with business cards, hundreds of business cards that you don't need, or orange peel, or whatever he's doing, and he's always someone who's kind of messing around, so it's good fun like that. But he also brings that energy to the decks, and he's always bringing acapellas and kind of messing around with stuff, particularly recently he's got quite good on all the crazy effects you can do on CD decks. And it's good fun, when you're playing back to back with someone and it's much more interactive like that, you both feel happy to be on the mixer, it's always going to be fun. So I just bought a selection of music that I know we both like.
Exactly. We will just let you know later on, but we're going to just say already 1 till 3, 1 till 3 at Jamie's on the stage, isn't it?
1 till 3, yeah.
1 till 3, 2 hours tonight, so we'll tell you later on when finish. So the next question is already responded. So what you do with Dr. Banana, and you said that he plays CDJs and a cappella and everything, and you play vinyls. So your set is kind of hybrid or whatever, it's all about music.
Sure, I mean, I am a fierce proponent of both. I always do both. I never play only vinyl and I never play only USB. I think when I mix, I generally mix. If I'm playing on my own, I'll generally have 2 tunes mixed in, and then I choose which one sounds better in the mix. And so you're constantly, because I mean, you've got a lot of time, and if you do it quite a lot, it's not that complicated to manage the extra workload. And in terms of being able to drop a mix that is always going to be better in key, because like somehow it works out better than it should do if you think about the maths of it, mixing in key. But like, yeah, that's how I tend to do it.
That's something that you think about before.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound good otherwise, I don't think. But
no,
you don't have to...
it's like one of the skills that DJs use, and some of the DJs say, well, it doesn't really matter, but it's good that they say that it really matters. I
mean, the trouble is when you're really close, that's when it sounds the worst. Being way off is fine, do you know what I mean? But being like really close within a semitone, then it sounds awful. And like, but you can always use like one track which is more textural in its quality, you know, so it's more like percussion sounds, loops, that kind of thing, and then the other one's full of harmonies, chords, vocals, pianos, whatever it is, and you know those two are going to work together because one is all driven in the musical world, and the other one is more from like a textural and rhythmic point of view. So you can also factor that in when you're trying to do that kind of mixing.
Excellent, because it's like you create a new atmosphere or a new track with two different tracks at the same time.
Exactly, those two tracks will always work together.
Excellent. So, how would you describe yourself musically nowadays? Like, we already know that you're like a really eclectic DJ and selector.
So I think other people will always describe you for you. I don't think you probably need to worry about that stuff too much. For a long time, people called me a French UK garage DJ just because I lived in France. So I've taken a while to shake off the label of being the French garage guy, even though I'm not French. But I guess the music I love is like actually like really full of like, I would say like joy is the kind of stuff I love in music. I love jazzy harmonies, vocals, good like funky bass lines. Like I like my music to be pretty damn swingy. Like I like it to have a lot of syncopation and that kind of thing. Like I play drums, I play bass guitar, so these are like the things that are close to my heart when I like music. But yeah, sometimes I think I'm like just like a pop guy, and somehow no one in the underground.
It sounds really interesting and really fun.
Yeah, exactly. And then sometimes you find yourself on like an Art of Dart lineup, and you're like, do not fit in here at all. But somehow no one noticed.
No, but I think it's a good thing. You know, you're not like strict, but you're not like under any label kind of style or something. So you can like. Be yourself, no? In some ways, and be free to play whatever you feel.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to play what you feel, and like if you do that, then a crowd will follow your feelings. You know, like if you're stood there being like, "Oh, this boring ass tune's gonna take me into this one and that," like everyone will feel how bored you are, and like yeah, you need to take them somewhere which gives you personal joy. I think.
Exactly. Excellent. So let's gonna carry on and. Is there a track you always carry with you, or one that never missing from your suitcase? What could we play today?
Of course. So I'll be honest with you as well. I actually fully read these questions in the restaurant just a few hours ago. So my bag was already packed before I did this. So this is a completely honest answer. And this isn't an individual. This record's actually quite new in my collection. But it's an artist who I always play, who, if you don't know, is Boo Williams. Boo Williams is a Chicago house producer, sort of like second wave Chicago house producer. But I never ever leave the house without a Boo Williams record in my bag. And I picked up his album. I think I already had this on Bandcamp, but it's always nice to spend £28 on the vinyl. And...
well, is it worth it? It's worth it.
Absolutely. I could not... Like, you lose digital files, but you keep records forever. So I could honestly play any track on this record, but let's just slap on this one. Okay, so I don't actually know what that. Big clap for Boo Williams. Yeah, so that track, I don't actually know what it's called, but I think it's it's the Seaside. So the 5th track off of his hometown Chicago album. And yeah, Boo Williams, as it happens, is actually like not very well at the moment. He has been in and out of hospital and is definitely struggling with some medical bills and stuff because he's in America. However, he has an incredible Bandcamp, and if anyone is watching this, listening to this, and wants to spend some good money on some good damn music for a proper OG head who has pushed house music forward in its best possible way, go to Boo Williams' Bandcamp page and spend all of your damn money. I think I've pretty much bought everything on there.
Yeah, it's worth it, and Dentro, go ahead.
Yeah, he's the man. Big love, Boo Williams.
Yes, and also it's a clear example that we already spoke about, that your music, what we're gonna listen to in your set tonight, totally. And also, are there any record labels, apart from this one, that you follow blindly? Or you're like more like a selector and you just dig all around? Or what's the way?
I guess I would say I dig by label on Discogs and stuff. So I go out into the real world and I'll go and find records as they come to me. And I think that's the best thing about vinyl is that when you buy it, you're left. You look at a record in the store and either you say I like this or I don't like this. Often it's a white label. Often it's a hand stamped record. You don't know anything about these people, what it is, where it came from, except that you have it there in the store. And when you're left with that simple question, do I like this, do I not like this, do I buy it, will I play it, you end up with the truest reflection of your own music taste as a result. And that's what's great about records. I'll then find some record and be like, oh my God, this is amazing, this record's life-changing, I'll play it like a few times, and then I need to be like, right, what else is on the label? Who else did this person release with? What's their aliases? Who remixed it? All of that stuff, and I'll go and hammer that for like a week. And often, actually, the first tune that I found is still my favorite. But you have to do your due diligence before you let that pass. So if you ask me at any different week, it's something different. Right now, I'm searching out all of this stuff on like Look At You records, like Pound Boys is like where my head's at. I guess because I'm going to America and I'm trying to buy American records in advance of going there.
Exactly, because you told us off the mic that you're going to LA next week after the Días de Campo.
Yep. Yeah, and like US Discogs await with all of its delicious US house delights.
Excellent. So, like you said, that you are nowadays with this kind of like these guys. Have you bring something from this label or from this style of music to play tonight?
Oh, the Pound Boys stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually got a Pound Boys record in here. I probably put the mic down. Oh, there it is.
There you go. I think it's a good thing.
I'll just say a fairly quick slice of this. This is just such good house. Like, I love this stuff. Pound Boys. I mean, just like...
Fantastic.
I don't really know much about the Pound Boys, but just like a tune like that, when just the random, like, beautiful James Bond guitar kind of thing comes in.
It's very deep, and then the guitar is...
Yeah, the guitar just comes... I think guitars in house music largely should be banned, but that is absolutely banging, that one. There's always the exception that proves the rule.
Exactly, and well, we're enjoying so much the music that we already heard about your keys today, and we're gonna carry on. And also, you're an example of a DJ and a producer. So, which part of the algorithm do you enjoy more, or what do you think? You're more a DJ, a producer. How do you feel?
I've been doing both a long time. I started actually making tunes when I was like a teenager, like on Reason and stuff, and I mean that's like 20 years ago now, which does seem like a long time. But I never took it very seriously. I never had big ambitions about music at all. I just always really enjoyed it and thought, wow, wouldn't it be cool if you could do music as a job, you know? But I never ever believed I had any of the necessary talent or anything for it. And I just kind of stuck with it. And then, yeah, I made music a long time, been collecting records since I was 19, I guess, something like that. And like my musical interests have changed a lot over those years for sure. But I think I would describe being a DJ and a producer as being able to like cook a good dinner and make a good cocktail. They're completely different skills, but if you're good at one, there's a good chance you'll be good at the other. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, of course. And and also, like you said, this like not being like ambitious or thinking about you're gonna be something or so on. Maybe helps you, no, to be yourself, no, and just not to have pressure or something.
Yeah, I really know. I know people say that and like, oh, I didn't I didn't do my homework. I didn't revise for the exam or whatever. Like, I really didn't believe that my music was good. Basically, like I never did. And then like, yeah, I don't know. In the end, if you stick with things and you just believe in like the passion of the whole thing, like I would, even if people all decide my music's terrible again tomorrow, and I'll still make music. I still love doing it. I'll still sit down and make beats. I'll still spin records when I cook my dinner or whatever. You know, like I love it. I wouldn't stop for anything.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, you know that what you do is good, and you are really happy about it.
I'm very happy about it.
Well, talking about your producer side, do you usually play a lot of music that's been produced by you and yourself?
At first, when I was first DJing and getting to play gigs and stuff, I played quite a lot of it because it was just such a buzz to hear my tunes on a big sound system. And I'd like play it and then run round to the front of the stage and be like, oh, listen to the big sound system with my music playing, and it's like, wow, this is wicked. And you get, the bass isn't quite interacting with the kick correctly here, and like, as I've got older, I've realised actually club sound systems aren't a very good place to test your music necessarily, because they often have their own artifactual problems, you know, depending on the sound system. But I do play less and less of my own music, I think, but it's probably because I produce less and less now. I just don't have the same amount of time to throw at it. I lead a much more fulfilling life than I probably did, thanks to having a wife and trying to live a life, you know, like a real life where I go and do stuff rather than just make tunes, do gigs, you know. All I would do is just make tunes, and work.
Well, but you enjoy DJing and everything, so it's a choice of life.
Absolutely, like, you know, I'm here the whole weekend and I look forward to enjoying everything that Días de Campo has to offer. I'm not just running away tomorrow to go and make more tunes.
Exactly, it's one of the things, you know, that you come here to Días de Campo, and it's one of the vibe, no, the DJ artists like you that come from outside Spain, that you come here and you really enjoy, you live the festival, not just come here, make your set, run away. I think it's real.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll chuck in this compliment to the Spanish crowd while I have the opportunity, because this comes from the heart. But like the crowd here and at most Spanish gigs is absolutely brilliant. I love it. It's one of my favorite places to play in the whole world, because in the UK, sometimes you feel like you're playing to a club of 600 DJs who are all just watching like you very, very, very closely and not really vibing it off. And in Spain, the crowd is just like, they don't give a shit. They're just like, they're just having a great time, and it's so much better. Like everyone's just having an amazing time, and it like is something to DJ to. Like it's so much more of a joy.
I have to tell you that here there are already there are 160 artists playing in this festival, and probably will be the same amount of DJs just partying. So
Hey,
300 DJs.
everyone DJs. The whole world can DJ now. Like yeah.
But like you said, the people they have a really good time here and enjoy, and is very happy that all the music that you guys come bring to the festival. And we're coming on, just gonna go for the next questions, because we already said that you play vinyls, you play CDJs as well in your sets, and you like just the freedom, no, to be able to create something, to not to be like something.
Yeah, you don't want to restrict yourself, I don't think. Yeah, you need to give yourself options, I think, and like, you know, to be able to react to the moment. I guess that's what you're mostly looking for.
And a more technical question: how many vinyls or tracks do you bring for a set? Usually.
I fill a bag normally, and a filled bag is what, 70, 80 records. And then there's like a terabyte of tunes on here, so like you're not short of options. But I can never remember what's on here. All I remember is what I put on there that week, and I'm very bad at going back and remembering old stuff that's from. I just have never worked out a way to bring my digital music library to life. Whereas this is like a guide. It takes you through your bag, you know, and it's like playing a game of chess or something. You're like, right, I've got 3 hours in this room, I've got all these records here. How do we work this out?
And it depends obviously on the time that you have to be DJing, because if you're DJing like 13 hours, like you said before,
then you're gonna play your B. Yeah, you're gonna play your B-sides basically. Yeah.
Well, I would like to ask you as well, like a producer, and you bring you give a couple of tracks or a few tracks to one of the charity compilations about the Dana here in Valencia. Tell us about it a little bit.
So I get asked for tracks a lot by like labels and people who are doing all sorts of great ideas and all these things for it. And I just finished this one tune, which is like just an edit of an Erykah Badu track, which I have to shout out my wife really for all the Erykah Badu and R&B stuff. Thanks, babes. Yeah, and the track is called Next Lifetime, and it's just a really beautiful tune about. I mean, it's just a very, very well written track about, I guess, a situation that men don't necessarily think about, but something that I think women can really relate to. And the track really spoke to me, and then I just kind of messed around with it and lifted the vocal out using some like an RX style software. And then just sort of had a little mess around with it, you know, put the drums underneath it, and yeah, I played the bass on it myself, which is quite nice. I just bought myself a new a P bass, which I'd never owned, so I was like kind of just having a good time messing around on that, and yeah, I made that track, and it turned out really nice. I think it had a very good response. I think I've heard a lot of people playing it and a lot of people enjoying it. So,
and also the compilation is Units, and
yes.
Well, thank you. So if you wanna, we can have a real listen.
Yeah, let's quickly slap her on. That's the wrong tune.
Okay. Sometimes happens.
So.
Time
There you go. This track sets you on the right mood for the festival.
Absolutely.
So after that, this edit is like very good for the festival for the time that we are right now. And I want to ask you something. As an eclectic DJ, you play house, you play electro, you play techno, you play all styles, but you are well known for your love for UK garage.
That is true.
Tell us, for example, which is your favorite UK garage record from those you have in your suitcase?
Oh, okay, this is an easy one. This is a very easy one, actually. I've got a few garage records in this bag that I'm absolutely in love with.
I don't know the secrets of Alec Falconer's suitcase.
No, this is came out quite recently. You could probably still grab a copy if you're fast enough, but I have been telling just about anyone who'll listen about this record. This is Mystic Matt, Anthill Music. And this track is called Shook Up, and I love this track. Like, the production, like, UK garage has had this crazy resurgence recently, and I think people are very focused on certain elements of the sound, and they want to, like, take these things. They, you know, like, the whole world in the UK at least is going crazy, like speed garage, and it's like massive bass and dub sirens and all this kind of thing, and like, this is, to me, like, the really UK garage that I, like, absolutely love, which is, like, it's full of vocals and it's just catchy as anything. Cody already knows what I'm going to play here, I guess. But yeah, this is just, like, I think this is a part of UK garage that I absolutely love, and I don't hear that so much being represented in, like, the remakings of UK garage. You know, almost no producers aren't making UK garage influence stuff in some way at this moment, and it's amazing to see. It's amazing to see it going so big again. But yeah, this is part of it that I absolutely love. So this is Shook Up, and it's on Mob Music's latest disc.
So everyone ready to listen out of UK garage tonight?
Hey boy,
I am.
Hey boy, would you meet me on the roof tonight? I got a surprise for you. hey boy, would you meet me on the roof tonight? Hey boy, would you meet me on the roof tonight? I got a surprise for you.
We already see the response of everyone that's watching around here and see us. This is like, yes!
Yeah, it's a banger, isn't it? I mean, it's a flip of one of the arguably greatest songs of all time, like Mary Jane Girls All Night Long. But like, it's such a good original flip, and it's the music is like, it's not relying on this big dirty bass line. It's all in the swing of the drums. The drums are quite loose and clattering, and just the bass line is like held back, but like doing all the funk. Like, it's a great track.
Exactly, let's go for it. So, it's gonna go with the next question. We are finishing up, but we couldn't leave without asking. Well, you are very familiar with Días de Campo because it's your fourth time here in the festival. And what do you think of the programming for this edition of Días de Campo?
I'm always really bad at looking at the lineup for stuff in advance, to be fair.
You got some friends here?
I think a lot of friends who are playing here. I always make an effort to see the local heroes at a festival like this. So like, for instance, when I've been here, I've always watched Pin, for instance. You know, like the vibe when you watch a local hero at the big festival event of the year is always something extra. So like, I think the programming here seems to get bigger and better every year, which is amazing to see. And yeah, I'm just very happy to be back here for my fourth time, to be fair. I feel very lucky.
Exactly. And what do you think an artist needs to be booked for a festival like this?
Yeah.
Friends in high places, I don't know.
Why do you think you've been booked? Anytime.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was very surprised when I was very delighted to be invited here. I played once for the Basement on a New Year's party with Sweely, and it was really, really good. It was an amazing New Year's party, and I was just really delighted to be invited back. I really enjoyed it, but you'd have to ask Alvaro really if you want to know what gets you booked here, because it wasn't my choice, it was his.
And what's your opinion on having a cultural section like this Audition within the festival?
I think it's a great idea. I like stuff where you bring like other elements of arts and cultural stuff into a festival. A lot of people do have quite a lot to say beyond just chucking heart hands out from behind the decks and, you know, having it off. Like a lot of people have got some interesting things to say. So like, I'm sure there'll be lots of people who've got far more interesting insights into the world and culture than I do, but I'm happy to give them my bit.
Excellent, thank you very much, and thanks for you to be here with us as well. So, for those who don't know you yet, what would you tell them to convince them to come to see you tonight?
I wouldn't want anyone to feel obliged ever to come and watch me play, but...
You already heard about your music, but anything else that you want to add?
Yeah, it's like an elevator pitch for my own DJing. It's quite hard. That's quite a hard question. My name is Alec Falconer. I am a 35-year-old DJ producer from Kent in England, and I bring an unparalleled vibe when I step to the plate. So miss it, miss out. See you at 1 a.m.
We're gonna be there. Jamie's on the stage at 1 o'clock. And we are
Ricardo Villa, who boss? Yeah.
And finally, we assume that for a day like this, you'll have a track you want to start or end your set with. And would you play us one of those to say goodbye?
Yeah, of course.
One of the choices that you have.
Sure. I am gonna play this one. I've played the absolute socks off of this record since I got it.
My favorite questions to make to a DJ. You know, like.
This actually works very well as a build-up tune or a goodbye tune, to be fair. And I'm gonna skip pretty far into it because it goes on for ages. But it's a banger, and it features one of my favorite things, which is the sound of sirens over house music. I absolutely love that combination of sounds.
One of the tracks that you usually finish your sets, or?
I just played it a load. I've mainly played it more like picking people up, I guess, from when you're picking up a slightly deeper flow. But yeah, this is a banger, I think, to be fair. I don't know what it is. It's just a white label. Well, I don't know who it is, but it's an Alicia Keys flip. And this is the instrumental side. The other side has her vocals throughout. And this has just got a touch of her vocals, which is very nice. Thank you.
Music is getting better and better every time that we play.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
So we are down. It's been easy, isn't it? Have you enjoyed it?
Very easy. I've always got lots to say. To be fair, like I'm never short of a word.
We enjoyed it a lot, and thanks very much, Alec Falconer, for being with us here. And you guys remember we'll be in James on the stage tonight at 1 o'clock with Dr. Banana.
Yes.
And don't miss it because it's gonna be wild. Thanks very much, Alec.
Thank you very much.
Good noise for Alec Falconer.
Thank you.